bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. In 2 days, the Bahamas will officially celebrate Majority Rule Day. On January 10, 1967, the will of the majority of Bahamians was freely expressed in a general election. History records that it was not an easy struggle, and tonight one of the men involved reflects on the significance of this day. He calls it the singular most important accomplishment in the country's history that signifies the attainment of free and democratic expression. As one of the youngest members during the struggle, 46 years later, Maurice Moore reflects on the events leading up to majority rule.
We came out of a period where the system, the electoral system, was so gerrymandered that it made it impossible under that system for the majority of the Bahamian people to ever get majority rule. And so it was the culmination of years of hard work.
Moore was the candidate for Grand Bahama at the time. He says he was confident of a win. However, the UBP party called a swift election. He says up to the year 1966, his party still wasn't quite ready for elections.
I think the UBP made a grave error. They said, well, you know what, we're going to call a quick election on them while they're not prepared. But little did they know, they were less prepared than we were. The people were prepared. And those people, they voted the right way. And so the results of the January 10th election was a surprise to both sides.
In the end, Moore won his seat, and ultimately the Progressive Liberal Party won the election and formed the government. Moore says, despite the struggle, the promise has not yet been fully realized.
I am confident that the young professional Bahamians see life different. You've got some odd ones where you call them rabbit PLP or rabbit FNM. You've got some of those, but fundamentally, the majority of the young professionals sees life the way it ought to be. And that is the rights, the equal rights of each citizen in their country.
The countdown is on to the first official national observance of a public holiday in honor of Majority Rule Day. A press conference was held today at the Foster B. Pestina Center to announce the official events. As a prelude to the January 10th celebrations, public schools throughout the island will stage special events to reflect on this moment in Bahamian history. Deputy Director of Education Sandra Edgecombe says the stories of this life-changing moment and those who were a part of the struggle to attain majority rule must be told to our nation's youth.
This celebration of majority rule, yes, our children must know the story, and the story must be told by the students. And so even though we're starting out on a small scale tomorrow in all of our schools, there will be special assemblies where the children will hear and they will participate in those assemblies.
And the Secretary in the Ministry for Grand Bahama, Dr. Cecil Thompson, says a grand event is planned for Pioneers Way, Freeport, and he is calling on all residents to join in the celebrations this coming Friday.
Participating in the parade will be the uniform youth groups, students from the various schools in Grand Bahama in uniform and with their banners. We hope we get members of the unions, because the unions were not on the sidelines when this happened. We expect those bleachers that could see 2,000 people will be filled. That's what we're expecting. And there will be a spectacular ceremony there.
Well, the Grand Majority Rule Day parade and celebrations get underway this Friday, beginning at 12 noon. Parishioners of St. Mary Magdalene Anglican Church in West End preparing for a special Majority Rule Gala event under the stars on the grounds of the Old Bahama Bay Resort this coming Friday. Church Rector Father Ian Claridge says the event comes as the country pauses to remember a significant moment in its history.
I would like to take this effort to congratulate the government for recognizing this milestone in our nation. The majority rule was achieved, yes, under the Progressive Liberal Party, but it was the coming together, the uniting of all Bahamians when we took a stake in our destiny. The Progressive Liberal Party, along with the Labour Party and a member of the United Bahamian Party, was who made majority possible. And I pray that we, as Bahamians, recognize that we need each other and must work together for anything that is worthwhile to be accomplished.
He says the event under the theme Unity in Diversity is designed to further advance the mission of the church in the West End community.
As we look to this event and celebrate the commemorative Majority Rule Day, we recognize that some may question, why have such a gala event? Why charge what you're doing when there are persons out there who are hurting, persons out there who we are well aware of cannot afford to attend such an event at a cost of $100 a plate? But when we look at this, we are mindful that the church has a role to play in society, and those same persons who are unable to eat are the ones who knock at the church door, are the ones who come for us for support. And so we seek to find a way to redistribute what is given to us, our God-given mandate to feed the poor and clothe the hungry, through events such as this.
Now get this, the Anglican priest, a former veteran chef, says he will play a major role in the overall success of this upcoming event by preparing the meals for the gala affair.
Annie Curtis is 310. Now, I can tell you how old that, from the numbers that
She's 70 years young today.
She's a very special lady.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. Now, we've had a very good day. We can go now.
Yes, that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team,
on
behalf of studio cameraman Quentin Gordon, I'm
Boy,
Shasheena Rolle. Still begging. Have a great evening.